SHOT Show 2016. I'm at the Klecker Knives booth in the next pavilion with Glenn Klecker. How are you?
Great. How you doing?
Awesome. Really good. I'm really excited to see the stuff you have up here today. Let's start looking at some of your stuff.
Okay, a lot of people are probably familiar with the trigger knife kit. Trigger knife kit is one that we came out with a couple years back. It's similar to the Nathan's knife kit that we launched a few years ago. And the idea behind it is you build it kind of like a model plane or a model car. The pieces just break apart and then you assemble them together, just file off the sharp points, and then kids can use it to learn about knife safety, about knife mechanics, and it's a craft project for a parent and a kid.
Very cool. Some of my kids have those, they love them.
And then they can trick them out or whatever they want.
That's cool.
Then we came out with the Slice, which is essentially the same basic profile as the trigger knife, except it's got our built-in patented Klecker lock. So the Klecker lock is actually built into the body of the knife. So when you press down on the lock, it actually releases the frame like that.
That's awesome. You know, one of the things I was thinking when I got a hold of the trigger knife kit, I thought that is just a really cool knife. We need to see that in some actual steel. And now you have it. That's really cool. I like it.
Then we came on and did the Cordovan. The Cordovan is this knife here. It's got the lock mechanism also built in, but we gave it kind of more of an industrial kind of look. It's got gunmetal gray with G10 layered inserts, brown and black, and then it's got a drop point with a recurve and the lock built into it. And it has a lot of brass accents.
Very nice.
And then people like that, but we offered it in a smaller one, and they actually sell about 50-50 on both of them. This one's actually very popular as well.
I like it. That's a great size.
This is the one I carry when I'm not out in the field.
Looks like a great everyday carry blade right there.
So, yeah, so that's the Cordovan. So this one's been very popular on a lot of different internet media outlets, Touch of Modern, Mass Drop, places like that. Plus a lot of the dealers like them.
Nice.
And over here we have the Klax. The Klax comes in 3 flavors. We have the Lumberjack here. So this is the Lumberjack. The basic model here we have is the Feller, and the Feller is just wrapped on with paracord. And this is a lot more popular with guys like Dave Canterbury. He spent an hour last year here talking to us about this. So there's no moving parts. And then the high-end one we have here, we weren't planning on doing this, but I had requests from actual ultralight hikers and climbers that said, oh, I like the idea of just being able to carry the axe head with me, but it's too heavy. And I said, how about if we made one out of titanium? And then they turned around and said, oh, yeah, I'd totally buy one. So we've actually sold quite a few of these, surprisingly. But the idea behind the Klax is that the head is carried separately from the handle, and it comes in a ballistic nylon pouch that's about this size. So you just wrap your hand around like this, and you can use it as a knife blade or a wrench. You know, we've got some extra tools in here. A lot of people don't need them, but it's got a gut hook built in if you need to. It's also a bottle opener there. And then the edge is a little bit sharper than a typical axe blade. That allows you to use it as like a camping cooking tool, because this is not what you're going to use to build a log cabin, but it will make an emergency shelter for you.
Very nice.
So then at the back end we've got the hammer face, ruler, and the carabiner for hook on your pack. But the idea behind the clamping system is that after you can either use the prefab handle, but you basically cut off a length of wood, and you can flip the clamps out like this, and then you can take this and split the wood like that, and then you take the handle and you put it on and you clamp it down. These are prefab handles. And then you get it tight, and then you'll take it, and normally what you do in the woods is you'll whack it on a log a number of times, or you'll chop it into a log until the clamps become fully seated. Once they're fully seated, it will work very well. and every several minutes you may need to tighten just a little bit, but after about 5 minutes you shouldn't be needing to tighten it anymore. And then that's really what's beneficial about this one.
Oh, cool. That way, if you either lose or break your handle in the wild, you can fashion one pretty quickly. Or again, like you were saying before, just take the axe head and fashion one when you get there.
Yeah, like with the hikers and climbers, if they carry this up the side of the mountain, they don't know if they're ever going to need it, but they can actually...
I'd be very glad they had it if they did.
Basically. So then the new one that we came out with this year is called the Abiqua. So the Abiqua is essentially a hunting knife. It's designed for skinning. This is a small version. We're possibly thinking about doing one that's a little bit larger. But the idea behind it is, first, we wanted to make it comfortable and great for skinning. This is a collaboration I did with David Kurt. He's a custom knife maker from Malala, which is near us. And then after we got the skinning and the comfort portion down, then we decided, well, we tend to put a little more extra into each of our products, so we opted to add in a gut hook. So basically you slide back like this and you pop out a full-size 3-finger gut hook. So then you can actually grab it with your fingers like that, and when you're inside gutting something, you're not going to lose control of it because your fingers have complete control the whole time. And then because of the inside of the design, you can actually just flush it right out, clean it off, and then you can just put it back and snap it back on and stick it in your sheath.
Oh, that's so cool.
So.
And the Kydex sheath comes with it?
Yeah, comes with the Kydex sheath, and the idea behind this is it holds it in, but then to get it out, you just press here, and it spreads the Kydex and pops out.
Oh, very nice. And what's the price range on some of these? We didn't cover those, so maybe we could go back real quick and cover some of the price ranges.
So the Abiqua is $129.
Okay.
And the Abiqua is...
the steel on it?
The steel is 12C17. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Okay, and then we have the, so that's the Abiqua. We have the Lumberjack. The head here is 160, and the handle's 30. We sell them separate because a lot of people don't want the handles. The Feller is at 115, and the titanium one is at 550. It's mostly because of the materials. And then the Cordovan is 115. The Cordovan Light is 95.
Is the steel on those also 12C27 or something like that?
This is
the steel on the Cordovan?
Yeah, I don't have it memorized.
I don't have it either.
Okay, we'll find it on the website and annotate it. No problem.
The slice is at 125, and then the trigger knife kit is at $12.
12 bucks. Cool. And these are all the prices from your website, or just?
That's the retail price, and then we have specials here at the show for dealers.
Cool.
And other reps that are if they're interested. And then this is something we came out with that we're showing off at the show today for folks like you and
awesome.
Dealers and distributors who are interested in working with us.
That's so cool.
It's the foam Klax.
You can't tell, it's a nice big foam Klax.
Yep.
I'm going to chop some tables today. That's awesome. Very cool. And that is the Klecker Knives booth. Hey, where are we going to find you online?
So we're at kleckerknives.com, spelled just like the name. And we are in Silverton, Oregon, and our contact info is all on the website there.
Great. Klecker Knives at SHOT Show 2016. Thanks for watching.